Welcome to CrashMagic. Chris Capehart is an incredibly well-respected magician who learnt his trade in New York, and if you search in YouTube you'll be able to find and watch his most recent Foolless appearance, where he performs 2 self-working card tricks and fools Penn and Teller with them. In this video we're going to take a look at the second of the card tricks that Chris performed. I've deconstructed it and I think I know how it was done, and I'll show you my interpretation of the trick. Immediately after, I'll go through a tutorial showing exactly how you can learn this one, and the nice thing is it's really easy to perform. And I'll also highlight the slight differences between Chris Capehart's routine and the one in this video. So, if you want to learn a Penn and Teller Fooler, let's go. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to select 4 cards, but let's begin by getting rid of the jokers. Move these out the way, and now I want to find the 4 queens. Here's the first one. And the second one. 3, and did I miss one? No, here's the 4th one here. Now, as I mentioned, I want you to choose 4 cards, and the way we're going to do that is I'm going to count down the cards from 10 to 1, and you can stop me at any time you like before we get to 1, and we'll then use that random number to select a card. So let's just move the queen slightly out the way. Okay, and let's begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, stop. You want me to stop at the 6th card? Okay, so we'll deal out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here is the 6th card that you've chosen, and we'll place that here. Again, stop me any time. 10, 9, 8, 7, stop 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Again, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, stop. 1, 2, 3, and here's the 4th card. One last time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You want to stop at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and here's the 5th card. Now you could have chosen to stop at any point and at any number, and then your choice of these 4 cards would have been totally different. But incredibly, you've chosen the Jack of Clubs, the Jack of Hearts, the Jack of Spades, and the Jack of Diamonds to perfectly match the queens. But not only that, here we've got the King of Clubs, the King of Hearts, the King of Spades, and the King of Diamonds, all from the numbers you freely chose to stop at. And if you were chosen different numbers, not only would we have had different cards, but we might also have had more or less cards left over here. But from your choices we have 4 cards left: Ace of Clubs, Ace of Hearts, Ace of Spades, and finally the Ace of Diamonds. So that was the trick, and I hope you liked it. I altered the card selection slightly from how Chris Capehart performed it, and I also didn't use any blank cards, so this can now be done with just a standard pack of 52 cards, but I'll mention those differences again at the end. This trick then is all in the setup of the cards to begin with before your performance begins. So if you remove and place together the 4 aces, the 4 kings, the 4 queens, and the 4 jacks, and then these are all ordered using the chased mnemonic. So starting with the jacks, from the face we've got the clubs, hearts, spades, and then diamonds. And the queens and the kings are also in that same order: clubs, hearts, spades, and diamonds. And then we come to the aces, and they are ordered in the opposite direction. So instead of from the face, from the top, they go in clubs, hearts, spades, and diamonds order. So without the picture cards and the aces, that leaves us with 36 cards, and we split those into 4 piles with 9 cards in each pile. We then take the kings, and starting with the king of clubs, we place one king face up on each of the 4 piles, like so. And then we take the 4 jacks and do exactly the same. One jack on each pile, making sure the suits match. Now we want to collect up the piles, leaving the clubs so they will end up on the top of the pack. So we'll place the hearts pile on top, then the spades pile, and finally the diamonds pile. Now the 4 aces are going to go on the bottom of the very deck of the cards with the clubs top, then the hearts, then the spades, and the ace of diamonds then will be the very bottom. It will be the bottom card of the pack. Now for the queens, you can start the trick with the queens already laid out onto the table if you want, but instead of that I just place the queens at any random position within the deck, so that then we have a complete deck to start the trick with. So now we are ready to begin our performance, and from this point everything is self-working. If you want to do some false cuts and false shuffles, you can, as long as you maintain the order of the cards. In Chris's performance he didn't even bother to do that, and he actually made a point that he wasn't going to shuffle the cards. Making sure our spectator can't see the face of the cards, and in particular those 4 aces at the bottom, then we begin by taking out the 4 queens and placing them on the table in club, heart, spade, diamond order, like this. And then we explain how we're going to count down the cards from 10 to 1, and that our spectator can say stop at any point before we get to 1. And that is really important. They can say stop on 10 or any other number as long as it's before we get to 1, or else the trick won't work. So from the top of the deck we deal the cards, and as we count down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and let's say the spectator says stop here at 2. We then deal cards down into a pile here until we get to their chosen number, so in this case 2, so we just deal 1, and then they chose 2, so we place this card, the second card, above our queens here. Then we count down again and say our spectator stops immediately on 10. So then we deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. The 10th card goes here, and again if we do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, we then deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6th card goes here. And one last time, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, stop, the spectator says there, so in that case we would deal 1, 2, 3, 4, and our spectator's final card choice of the 5th card goes here. Now whatever numbers the spectator chooses, you'll always be left with 4 cards, our 4 aces, and we just want to place these cards onto the table to the side but in full view. We can now reiterate how our spectator had free choice to stop at any time before revealing that they somehow stopped on the 4 jacks. Now the spectator will probably think that's the end of the trick, so you can then pause for a second or two to let the full impact of that hit home before turning over the top card of each of these 4 piles to reveal the 4 kings. And then for the grand finale you can then reveal the 4 aces. Now as I mentioned at the start, I have tweaked this a little from Chris Capehart's brilliant performance, and one of the differences, instead of using a normal deck of cards, Chris used a lot of blank cards instead. And so instead of these 36 number cards, these were all blank, so he could then reveal that. And also instead of these aces, Chris again used blank cards which he had written the words Master of the Mind on. Well, that's the end of this video, and I really hope you enjoyed learning a real Penn and Teller fooler. If you did, please like and subscribe. Any comments, leave them down below, and see you soon.